Have you ever stopped to ponder about the current state of Earth's pollution? It's a question that can be quite discomforting, isn't it? We all know that something is amiss, that the Earth's well-being is teetering on the edge. Yet how many of us really understand the depth of this issue? We're not just talking about heaps of trash or murky waters. No, we're referring to the invisible killers that silently wreak havoc on our planet. Elements like carbon monoxide and other harmful gases that we've carelessly released into the atmosphere. These silent assailants are causing damage beyond our wildest comprehension, slowly but surely turning our beautiful blue planet into a wasteland. And the most distressing part, it's we humans who are the culprits. So let's take a moment to reflect, to truly comprehend the magnitude of our actions. How much damage have we done? And more importantly, is there still time to reverse it? It's time to face the harsh reality of our actions and their effects on our planet. Every day, human activities contribute significantly to pollution on Earth. We often go about our lives without giving a second thought to how our actions might be affecting our planet. But it's high time we take a closer look at the cause and effect relationship between human activities and Earth's pollution. Deforestation is one such activity that's wreaking havoc on our environment. Every minute, vast expanses of forest land equivalent to 60 football fields are lost. These forests aren't just home to countless species, they are also our planet's lungs, absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. With fewer trees to absorb this carbon dioxide, more of this harmful gas ends up in our atmosphere, contributing to global warming. Then there's industrialization, a double-edged sword. On one side, it's driven economic growth and technological advancement. But on the other, it's been a significant source of pollution. Factories spew out a cocktail of harmful gases like carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and nitrogen oxides, which not only pollute the air we breathe, but also contribute to the creation of acid rain and the depletion of the ozone layer. Lastly, let's talk about waste disposal. Every year we produce over 2 billion tons of waste globally. Much of this waste ends up in landfills, where it decomposes and releases methane, a potent greenhouse gas. Moreover, improper waste disposal can lead to soil and water pollution, affecting both terrestrial and aquatic life. These are just a few examples of how our actions are impacting our planet. It's a domino effect. Our activities lead to pollution, which in turn leads to climate change, the loss of biodiversity, and a host of other environmental problems. Our actions are not without consequences, and Earth is bearing the brunt of our negligence. We need to remember that we are not separate from nature, but a part of it. It's time we started treating our planet with the respect and care it deserves. Some of the most harmful pollutants are those we can't see, like carbon monoxide. Now you might be wondering, why all the fuss about something we can't even see? Well, that's precisely what makes these gases so dangerous. Let's start with carbon monoxide. It's an odorless, colorless gas that's produced when fuels such as coal, wood, charcoal, gasoline, and oil are not burned completely. It's like a silent assassin, creeping into our bodies without any warning. When we inhale carbon monoxide, it binds with our blood, preventing oxygen from reaching our tissues and organs. Overexposure can result in serious health issues, including heart disease and brain damage, and can even be fatal. But the damage isn't confined to our bodies alone. Carbon monoxide also plays a sinister role in our environment. It contributes to the formation of ground-level ozone, a key ingredient of smog. This smog doesn't just obscure our view of the skyline, it also wreaks havoc on our environment, harming plants and reducing crop yields. And then there's the elephant in the room, global warming. Carbon monoxide, along with other greenhouse gases, traps heat in our atmosphere, leading to a steady rise in Earth's temperature. This phenomenon, known as climate change, has far-reaching implications. It's causing ice caps to melt, sea levels to rise, and weather patterns to become more unpredictable and extreme. So you see, these invisible killers are not just affecting our health, but they're changing the very world we live in. And the scariest part, we're the ones pumping these gases into our atmosphere through our daily activities like driving cars, burning fossil fuels, and even something as simple as cooking on a charcoal grill. Invisible they may be, but these gases are steadily choking our planet. It's a grim picture indeed, but remember, knowledge is power. Understanding the impact of these invisible killers is the first step towards making changes to protect our health and our home. Imagine a future where our beautiful blue planet is nothing but a barren wasteland. Let's embark on a journey into the not-so-distant future, where human activities have continued to pollute our Earth unabated. It's a place where the vibrant hues of biodiversity have faded into a monochromatic canvas of desolation. Forests, once teeming with life, now stand silent, their trees stripped bare, their inhabitants vanished. The air hums with an eerie quiet, punctuated only by the mournful whistle of the wind sweeping across empty plains. The oceans, those vast bodies of water that once sparkled under the sun, are now murky and lifeless. The rainbow palette of coral reefs has been replaced by the dull gray of decay, while the playful chatter of dolphins is but a distant memory. Fish no longer dart between the waves, instead the sea's surface is marred by a sheen of oil and plastic debris. And the weather. Oh, the weather. Extreme doesn't begin to cover it. Heat waves scorch the land, turning it into a parched, cracked shell of what it once was. Powerful storms are no longer rarities, but regular occurrences, their fury unleashed on an already battered world. But it's not just the Earth that suffers. We humans feel the effects too. Breathing becomes a task as our lungs fight against the toxic mix of gases in the air. Our bodies labor under the relentless heat, and diseases once kept at bay now find fertile ground in our weakened defenses. This is a world devoid of the joyful chirping of birds at dawn, the soothing rustle of leaves in the wind, the awe-inspiring spectacle of a coral reef in full bloom. Instead, it's a world filled with the howling of storms, the crackling of flames, and the coughing of the sick. This bleak picture isn't a guaranteed future, it's a possibility, a warning of what could be if we continue on our current path. But it's also a call to action, a plea to each and every one of us to make changes, to take care of our home. This could be our reality if we don't act now. It's not too late to turn things around. We can still save our home. Our planet, our home, is crying out for help, and it's time we answer that call. Each one of us has the power to make a difference, and today, we'll discuss how we can take steps towards a cleaner, healthier Earth. Let's start with something simple: recycling. It's not just about sorting our waste into different bins, it's about rethinking our consumption habits, choosing products with less packaging, and reusing items instead of discarding them. When we recycle, we reduce the need for new raw materials, thus preserving our natural resources and reducing pollution. Next, let's talk about reducing waste. Have you ever considered how much waste you generate in a day, a week, a year? It's startling when you think about it. But by making mindful choices, we can dramatically cut down our waste output. Opt for reusable shopping bags, water bottles, and coffee cups. Say no to single-use plastics. Compost your kitchen scraps. It's the little things that, when added up, have a huge impact. Now, let's turn our attention to energy. We live in an era where renewable energy sources are not only available, but they're also increasingly affordable. Solar panels, wind turbines, hydropower, these are all viable alternatives to fossil fuels. By choosing renewable energy, we're not just reducing our carbon footprint, we're also supporting industries that are paving the way for a sustainable future. Finally, remember, we're all in this together. Your actions inspire others, and their actions inspire you. Every small change you make, every eco-friendly choice you take sends a message to those around you. It says, I care about our planet, I care about our future. So, let's take responsibility for our actions. Let's educate ourselves and others. Let's strive for sustainable living, because at the end of the day, every small action counts. Together we can make a difference. Our planet is crying for help, and it's time we listened. We've traveled a long path together today, uncovering the harsh realities of human-induced pollution. We've learned about the detrimental effects of our actions, from releasing harmful gases like carbon monoxide into the atmosphere, to polluting our pristine rivers and oceans with waste. We've peered into a possible future, a grim and desolate one if we continue on our current path. But we've also seen a glimmer of hope, a chance to turn things around. We've discussed practical, achievable ways to reduce our impact, to save our home. The urgency is real. The Earth is at a tipping point. It's not just about preserving the planet for future generations anymore. It's about safeguarding our own survival. We are the stewards of this Earth, It's time to take responsibility for our actions and work towards a cleaner, healthier planet.